Hello, good people of YouTube. Sealord here, and we have quite the replay from my understanding today. Now, of course, it is a live reaction replay, so I am watching this live with you as it happens. It's a bit of a different style of replay that I do instead of the usual, like, breakdown replay that some other content creators do. It's kind of like we're just sitting here watching it together, and if something goofy, hilarious, or impressive happens, you get my genuine reaction to it, rather than, of course, just, me watching it in advance and just kind of chuckling along at whatever happened. So, in this replay, we have Mr. ScapeGoat in the Tier 10 Japanese battleship, the Yamato, the Yami, the Yamcan, whatever I want to call it, doesn't matter what I call it, people are upset with how I pronounce it. So, for brevity's sake, I just call it the Yami. Same thing I named my cat. But yes, he's in the Yami in a double sub game. You have a U-2501 and a salmon on the friendly side, and a Gato and a salmon on the other side, or Gato, again. I say it one way, people are upset. I say it the other way, people are upset. You're going to get what you're going to get with an American education, right? But anyway, he is in the Yamato, the Yami, the Tier 10 Japanese battleship with 9 460mm 18.1-inch guns, which means he does not care about anyone's armor scheme. That's the party trick of the Yami. Used to be the only ship in the game that could do that way back in the day, but as the game has progressed, and my headphones are turned up, wow, I forgot what the Yami's guns sound like at full power. He doesn't have to care too much about the armor scheme of the other ships because he can just overmatch 32mm of armor, which is the last major armor threshold in the game. It's like the Slava there that he unfortunately missed that shot on. He only has 25mm bound stern armor and thinner extremities armor all the way around. Same with the Schlieffen, so anyone could overmatch their armor. But that Vermont that's in front of him over here, his extremities, his bow and his stern, are 32mm thick, which will bounce up to 459mm guns, and a pretty good hit there on the Schlieffen, up to 459mm guns, since of the way the armor engine works in this game. So if that Vermont goes bow into him, if you had smaller guns than 18.1 inch, then, well, you're kind of boned. But with the Yami's guns, you don't care. But of course, the Yami, the Musashi, the I talked about it yesterday, the incomparable, apparently, as you're supposed to say it, and a handful of other ships today can't do that. Big hit there on the Vermont for 3 pins, getting his damage total up to 18,000 so far. Schlieffen is walking toward the enemy team. Now, the Gato is over here, along with the Atago, Des Moines, and a Schlieffen. Oh, they're 1DD. The enemy's 1DD is already sunk. And the friendly 1DD in this game is an Akizuki, so a tier 8. Ooh, U-2501. I think he just ate a submarine torp there? Or he ate some depth charges. Wasn't really paying attention to that. 8k off of the Schlieffen. The Yami is also a pretty slow ship, but she is very tanky, especially at range. Her armor profile is exceptional at range, so when you're dueling a Yamato at longer ranges, you're probably not going to get too many big pins, unless something really weird happens. But at close range, of course, not that great, because the ship is slow, and she's got her armored cheeks that you can get through. Ooh, this might be a dead Schlieffen here. Oh yeah, that's 10k left, unless the RNG gods hate him. But there you go, that is ScapeGoat's first kill of the game. Ooh, one of those shells got very close to... Oh, ow, mines, bye. Yeah, that's the power of the Vermont. Oh, Des Moines there, though. Oh, come on, keep on that path, Des Moines. This could be good. Now, what you'll also probably witness this game is the Japanese battleship dispersion pattern. In order to compensate for having guns of this caliber, and up and down the Japanese battleship line, it typically goes the battleships either have a large number of decent caliber guns for the tier, or a smaller number of just outright large guns for the tier, which can do a lot of similar things. Like with the Yamato, they can typically overmatch more than the other battleships at that tier when they have the larger guns. So they have this really weird dispersion pattern that's incredibly inconsistent. I don't know if ScapeGoat has the Yamato Legendary mod on, which I would highly recommend any Yami player to equip, but that does help rein in that dispersion a little bit. Alright, U-2501 has popped Submarine Surveillance, and the Gato has not been detected yet. It's very weird. Normally the subs tend to go right towards each other, and they typically they spot each other with that sub surveillance when they pop it. All right, so ScapeGoat here is popping his heal. Ooh, he did use his damage con a little bit too early. That's why you hold your damage con, fellas, because he got that double fire on him. And I think he got a single fire earlier, so he popped it a little bit too early there. So yeah, that's what happens. Up. Gato. I'm just going to call it the Gato. You have to deal with it if that's the wrong pronunciation. Is very much walking toward him. Now, if I was that Gato, I would most definitely be eyeing up ScapeGoat here because he's alone. There's only a Stalingrad next to him, and plus the DD's dead. So, he's a prime target for the Gato's special trick, or the Gato. Again, whatever it's called. Ooh, defense there. I would have taken that shot. Ooh, man, I'm backseat driving a little bit here, but I definitely would have taken that shot on the defense because the sides of the defense have very little defense. You can sneak it in. All right, cool. Now, that Gato. Where is he, that Gato? Where'd the Gato go? That's the thing about the Gato. It doesn't really use its homing torps. It's just a shotgun submarine. You have a gearing in the front, basically, in terms of your torpedo power, and the sub just walks up to you, dumps their entire front set of tubes at you, and typically that's your game over with. Again, he was walking towards ScapeGoat here, but maybe he dove deep because of the depth charge aircraft, the SW aircraft, but let's see when the bloom goes down. Is he still spotted? If we have a chance to have the bloom go down before he fires again. Alright, so he's still spotted, so that Gato is on the surface or at periscope depth watching him, so he does need to get a move on so he can have some momentum so he can dodge the incoming torpedoes whenever they inevitably come. So, yeah, little hint here, fellas. If you're detected and there's nothing spotted in your detection range, it's probably a destroyer or a submarine that's spotting you. Ergo, torpedoes are probably on the way. Ergo, you need to get a bit of a move on. Yep, there they go. Okay, Yami, can you do it? Yami does have 55% torpedo damage reduction. And, yep, that's what saved him there. Alright, so... Yep, definitely want to pop the damage con, definitely want to pop the heal on that. You drop some more aircraft in the vicinity of where he thinks the Gato might be. Now, the Gato has gone deep. You can... Oh! Hello there, buddy. What are you doing right there? This is also why you want to hold your ASW aircraft and not dump two of them on a spot where you don't know for sure that the enemy submarine is at. Alright, so that hydroacoustic icon is also not exactly on top of the submarine. That's something that I don't like. I think it should be a little bit closer. But let's see, he might have gotten him here. No, he has not. Man, what's this sub doing? So he is deep. Now, the submarine can't spot him either right now. That's my Discord, not yours. So he doesn't really know for sure where ScapeGoat is at. He's probably trying to pop up and give him the rear set of tubes because of the loading mechanics of the Gato. It only has, I think, like 3 loaders in the... Okay, that's not good. But that is too close. Maybe the homing won't have time to... Yep. God, he's close. So he's so close that the torpedoes didn't have time to come to the surface. Alright, that's a direct hit on the Gato, again, whatever you want to call it. Wow. So he's probably... He is using the surveillance consumable, where you can see the outline of the Yami. He's just blind firing his sonar ping, and he's still getting hits. Okay, some more splash damage, so he's probably right around his stern, I would imagine. Thrilling gameplay, I know, right? So some more ASW aircraft coming in from the Schlieffen. Okay. So again, unless this Gato wants to come to the surface of periscope depth, which at this point, at this range, he will probably get spotted. He's just trying to stay underwater and just stay out of sight for now. He's also probably at pretty low health because he has eaten 6 depth charges so far. Even at that point, the splash damage will start to stack up. But here comes a Schlieffen. Schlieffen does have hydro, so maybe we might have a hero coming in here. Or he went deep and he just ran at this point. And this is one of the grievances about the submarines. Like, look, ScapeGoat has had to drop pretty much whatever he was doing to try and deal with this, one ship, right? And then it's like, okay, do I sit here and get minimal damage from a submarine Or do I go back and join the fight? That's the big question. Looks like Scape is deciding he's just going to vibe on out of here. I think that's the Schlieffen's Hydra that's up and running. So he can... Oh, hello, buddy! Oh. Well, that is, that's one way to deal with a sub, and dare I say that's the best way. Oh no, Vermont Shell's coming in. Ooh, 10k on top of that. Wow. Okay. But as that man is saying in chat, that was pretty satisfying to see. Very. Escape seems to agree. Oh, I wonder if that man knew that there was, you know, the largest battleship ever built just bearing down on him in his little tin can, or if he just popped up and he's just like, oh, hi. But yeah, okay, free Die Hard at that point. But I mean, hey, the Gato got a pretty good trade out of that, because it does your ship's full amount of HP and damage to whatever ship that you ram. So he got, you know, whatever the Gato has, like, what, 20, 18, 19k damage off of the Yami, and he was only at 300 HP. So, yeah, but Scape right now, I believe he's running Adrenaline Rush. He should have a very nice reload on his Yami. He's at 2 kills. He does not have Yamato equipped. I'm just seeing this now. And I don't know what his commander build is. He did not include it, so it's a mystery. But we'll see if he has Adrenaline Rush here, which I believe he probably does. I mean, that's like required. Yeah, 25-second reload. That's pretty much required if you want to build a battleship commander, right? He looks like he does have the range mod on his Yami. You can tell by the simple fact of he has the entire map in his range. Oh, his Citadel on the Des Moines for 1,800. I love those like pity Citadels. What is that noise? Do you guys hear that? That is not in my background. That's in the game. Yeah, his noise is bugged out. For some reason, his engine noise is exceptionally loud. One of that was from slapping the Gato out of existence. Ooh, defense 10 kilometers away. Give him the rear gun. Do it. All right, so he got another kill on the Slava. Let's see what he can roll on the defense. Looks like a pretty good... Oh, there we go. Oh, he does have Yamamoto. Oh, look at that. He just doesn't have the flag up. Ah, boys. Yes. He can actually use Yamamoto's Kraken skill here. All right, so Yamamoto's Kraken skill here. As you can see, now there's a super heal going on his ship, but I don't know if it'll heal the damage that's unhealable. We're about to find out right now. So now he should have some very fast reloading guns on his Yami. So let's see if it goes on beyond, because Yamamoto has an amazing pickup. Oh wait, it is still going, is it? No. Ah, dang, that sucks. Yamamoto's commander skill is that when you get a commander skill, commander talent, whatever you want to call it, when you get a Kraken, you get a 40% buff to your reload time, and you get a super heal that will heal like 70% of your ship's HP, but it doesn't work on unhealable damage like torpedo damage, which happened earlier with the Gato. 17-second reload on Yami's guns. I didn't even notice he has the shell tracers up. I've been looking at that this entire time. There we go, 4,000 on the Schlieffen. Unfortunately, it overpins because big gun, thin armor, big shell go through thin armor, and that does hold true even with battle cruisers. So, man, 17-second, God, I wish. Most of the time when this happens, you're super late in the game because that's, you know, usually how long it takes you to get a Kraken right. But he's actually going to get some usability out of it since there's a Vermont and a Schlieffen over here that he can just feast on. Games are pretty close, by the way, the entire time. They've been with about 100 points of each other, so that's pretty satisfying. Oh, God, again, 17-second reload. Heavy cruiser reload on 18-inch guns is a thing of beauty. So 13k. He's going to be very close to firing 2 shots for every salvo that Siegfried fires, and if you notice, his heal is still going, so a little bit of damage that he took from the Schlieffen is being repaired by the talent, although it's about to run out. Ooh, Vermont comes in there at the end with a little tap to his cheeks. Thankfully that did bounce, but unfortunately he did also bounce his shells off of the Schlieffen as well. He might be able to yoink the Schlieffen here. No? Okay, so okay, that's a pretty good call. He saw that he's not going to get the kill on the Schlieffen, so he's just going to rotate his guns around and deal with the Vermont. Although, man, it's taken the team a lot longer to kill the Schlieffen than I would like to have. Yeah, there we go. Looks like he prematurely popped his heel there at the end, probably a panic pop because the Schlieffen wasn't going down. Now he's just chunking his shells into the Vermont superstructure there. Nice little, was a 13k chunk up to 119,000 damage. There's another salvo out there, and 17 seconds. I know I'm saying it a bunch, but like I've played a lot of the Yami, and a 17-second reload is just ridiculous on this ship, as you can see. He's just absolutely hauling in the damage here at the end, which is why this would be a great thing if you could pop this skill like in the proper middle of a match when there's just a handful of ships left by the end game. He's being very smart here though and not getting his third turret in the fight, because I mean if you get your third turret in the fight in the Yami, especially from this far away with the Vermont, you're going to show a lot of side. Well, I say that, but it looks like he was thinking about it there. Granted, the Vermont is being distracted by the Schlieffen bearing down on him, so he probably could really at this point get that third turret in there, get those 3 additional guns in the rear in on the action. But there we go. Oh, what? The Schlieffen steals it? Oh, no. That was 6 kills. That should have been a 6-kill game right there, ladies and gents. Just the, absolute hail of gunfire coming in from the Schlieffen secondaries, yoinked that away there at the end. In my heart, ScapeGoat, you got 6 kills there. 2,100 damage, 5 kills, and how much damage did he wind up doing to that Gato? Yeah, 17,000 through the airstrikes, and then he did a massive 335 damage through the ram, right? But then, of course, the Gato got whatever his HP is off of ScapeGoat Scammy there. But yeah, that was funny. I enjoy seeing a submarine get ran over like any other battleship main does, right? So thanks for sending that in, ScapeGoat. That's a pretty entertaining replay there. If you have a replay you'd like to send to the channel, you have something goofy like this, or just a very excellent round, you can check out the link in the description down below and send it to that email down there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.